In a place as chaotic as Ajami, nothing is black or white. Every step we take on this path can bring us closer to life or death. This is a story about 5 lives, 5 points of view, and one place that connects them all. Welcome to Ajami, a place where hope and violence coexist. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss other exciting films. If you feel like your life is full of problems, at least don't let us experience this Ajami drama ourselves. Let's share it with your friends so they also know how hard it is to live in the film world. And of course, subscribe so you can stay up to date with all our content, which hopefully won't make you lose hope about life, like in this film. The story opens with an intense atmosphere in the Ajami neighborhood. Omar, a young Arab living in Jaffa, faces a serious threat from a Bedouin clan. This problem began when his uncle, Abu Elias, accidentally injured a member of the Bedouin clan in a minor dispute. However, in the clan's culture, the slightest insult or injury is considered a serious offense that must be avenged. The film begins with the shooting of a house in Ajami, which turns out to be Omar's house. The attack was carried out by members of the Bedouin clan as a warning that they demanded blood and revenge. Omar and his family immediately panicked because they knew that this attack was only the beginning of a bigger threat. They are caught in a dilemma. If they do not pay the ransom demanded by the clan, their lives will continue to be threatened. Omar, who is young and doesn't have much experience, must take responsibility to protect his family. He went to seek help from Abu Elias, his uncle who had power and connections in Ajami. Abu Elias, a respected local figure, tried to mediate the matter with the Bedouin clan. They finally reached an agreement. Omar had to pay a large ransom as compensation for the violation. However, the amount requested was very large, far beyond the capabilities of Omar and his family. To collect this money, Omar started working hard and even considered illegal methods. The tension continues to increase with the pressure of time. Omar must collect the money within a set time limit. The second chapter focuses on Malik, a Palestinian teenager living in the West Bank. Malik works illegally in Israel and struggles to raise money to pay for his terminally ill mother's surgery. This chapter provides a new perspective on the lived realities of Palestinian workers who have to face enormous obstacles just to earn a living. Malik is a cheerful figure, but lives under heavy pressure. Her mother was diagnosed with a serious illness, and the surgery was very expensive. Malik felt responsible for saving his mother's life, even though he was still very young. Because job opportunities in the Palestinian territories are very limited, he took a big risk to work illegally at Abu Elias's restaurant in Ajami, Jaffa. As an undocumented worker, Malik lives in fear of being arrested by Israeli authorities. He had to sneak into Israel through dangerous roads. Her life is full of uncertainty and risk. But she remains persistent because she wants to make sure her mother gets the care she needs. Malik and Omar have a close relationship as friends and colleagues. One night, Malik played at the house of Binj, one of Malik's co-workers. Here, Malik finds out that Binj has drugs worth 200,000 shekels. Then a group of police came and raided Binj's house. Malik managed to escape before the police arrived. The chapter ends with Malik sitting alone on the roof of the Abu Elias restaurant, looking at the night sky while contemplating his fate. He feels trapped in an impossible situation. On the one hand, he is fighting for his mother, but on the other hand, he continues to face endless obstacles. This chapter shows the human side of Malik's life, while also showing the harsh reality of illegal Palestinian workers in Israel. After learning that Binj was killed in his house, Malik invites Omar to retrieve the item. Omar and Hadir have loved each other for years, but their relationship has been full of challenges. Abu Elias, Present's father, is against their relationship because Omar is deemed not good enough to attend, both in terms of social and economic status. Furthermore, in one scene, Omar tries to talk to Hadir's father to show his seriousness, but he is sent away with insults. Hadir's father not only rejected Omar, but also threatened to take further action if Omar continued to approach Hadir. Dando is an Israeli policeman living on the outskirts of the Ajami conflict. His life appears stable on the surface, but he harbors deep wounds from the disappearance of his brother, who is last seen serving as a soldier in the West Bank. Dando believes that his brother was kidnapped or killed by a Palestinian group. This becomes an obsession that shadows his every action. At home, Dando faces strained relationships with his family. His wife felt that Dando was too obsessed with searching for his brother and neglected his own family. His children also felt emotional distance from their father. The pressure from work and personal tragedy make it increasingly difficult for Dando to connect with the people closest to him, making him more aggressive in handling criminal cases. Because he was annoyed with Omar, who fell in love with someone, Abu Elias planned something against Omar. Abu Elias, who knew that Omar and Malik were going to sell drugs. Abu Elias lobbied Malik to accompany Omar according to the original plan, namely selling the goods. But Abu Elias said, "Don't even touch the item so that later, after Omar is caught, Abu Elias can free Malik." So this is Abu Elias's arrangement so that Omar can stay in prison. That way, being present can keep Omar away. Coincidentally, Abu Elias also has connections to the Dando police group. In this scene, Malik and Omar want to sell drugs so they can get money easily and quickly. Because if the item is sold, it is estimated that it will be able to generate 200,000 shekels. Omar still needs 100,000 shekels, or the equivalent of 56.637 US$. One thing that didn't go according to plan. Nasri, Omar's younger brother, was involved in this transaction. But Nasri was not allowed by Omar to make direct transactions. But Nasri's job is to look after the car. How shocked they both were after finding out that the buyer was an undercover police officer. This police is a Dando group. In the process, Dando saw from CCTV, Malik from somewhere, holding Dando's younger brother's watch. Dando, who was emotional, immediately chased Malik. Then Nasri came with Omar's gun and shot Dando. Dando died on the spot. Dando's partner returned Nasri's fire and quickly shot Nasri. Nasri died on the spot. Malik was not the victim of Nasri's shot. However, his fate remains full of uncertainty because the film does not provide clear closure for this character. So, even though Malik is still alive at the end of the film, we don't know what happened after that. Omar flees at the end of the film after he feels threatened by the Bedouin clan who are still chasing him because of his debts. In a very difficult situation, Omar went to a faraway place to escape threats to his life. The film doesn't explain exactly what happened to Omar after he escaped, but we can assume that he had to live on the run, perhaps separated from his family, and living under the shadow of fear. This film ends the story with many unanswered questions. All of the main characters end up with tragic or uncertain fates. Ajami describes how ongoing conflict, life's hardships, and bad decisions often shape a life path filled with tragedy. Ajami is not just a place, it is a reflection of a world full of pain. There are no heroes or villains here, just humans caught up in a life bigger than themselves. So, how is it? Do you understand why Ajami is not suitable as a holiday destination? Everyone here seems like no one can sit still, but that's their life. Full of tension, full of conflict, and, well, full of despair. If someone says, life is not easy, try watching Ajami and you will say, yup, they are really right.